Hi everyone, I am here with another coding problem that was given on 3rd November 2023 during Accenture placement drive. The question goes like this: sorting odd and even elements. So what is this kind of question? Sorting odd and even elements. Let us go through the problem statement. You are given an array of integers. So the input is integers, an array of integers. Your task is to write a program to sort the elements such that all even numbers appear first, followed by all odd numbers, while maintaining the relative order of even and odd numbers. Implement the sorting algorithm in place. This is very, very important. In place means you should not take additional memory and you have to do the manipulations within the array. You should not take any other array, or you should not take any other variables. Okay, so that is the meaning of this in place. They are expecting us to do this in an efficient manner so that no additional space is consumed. This is the expectation from this code. No additional space. Then, so what does this problem say? We have to sort the elements such that all even numbers appear first, followed by all odd numbers, while maintaining the relative order of even and odd numbers. Implement the sorting algorithm in place. So let us quickly go through this input type. Then I will come back to constraints. Suppose the input is given in two lines. The first line says the number of elements in the array. The second line is the list of elements: 2, 3, 5, 4, 1, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7. Then, so how to sort this one? So we have to sort by maintaining the relative order of even and odd elements. So for example, I have to separate all even numbers. So in the order they appear: 2, 4, 8, 10, 8, 10, 6. They must appear first in the same order given in the input, and in the next after this list of even numbers, next we should place odd numbers: 3, 5, 1, 9, 7. Okay, so these are to be placed after even numbers, and that relative order is to be maintained. Okay, that means they must come as it is. So you should not take 1 first, 3 next, 5 next, 9. So not like that. That relative order must be maintained. Relative order in the sense we must produce the elements, or we must get the elements in the same order given in the input. We have to separate even and odd. Okay, so this is the question given. Okay, so for this one, if you use ordinary technique, like if you are using Python, how can you generate solution? The direct approach or naive approach says that you can take two lists, for example say L1, L2. Through list comprehension, you can separate even numbers, you can separate odd numbers, then finally combine these two, concatenate these two lists, so that will give the result. Okay, but that is not the expected thing here. So if you do like this, you are consuming additional memory L1, L2, and for this result. Okay, so this is not the desired way of doing this problem. So what is the alternative? So one efficient approach that everyone knows, those who are regular to this competitive coding, whenever we need to do something in place, or whenever we need to achieve something in lesser time complexity, there is one approach by name two-pointer technique. Two-pointer technique. According to this two-pointer technique, instead of considering one loop variable, we will be considering two variables. For example, say I and J. Sometimes I starts at 0 and J starts at length minus 1, length of the list or length of the sequence minus 1. Sometimes I starts at 0 and J starts at next position, that is 1. So depending on the context, the positions taken by these pointers will be different. Okay, that is called two pointer technique. So most of the times, 99% of the times, we achieve linear time complexity. Okay. Then, and as this relative order is to be maintained, we have to perform insertion sort also. That means indirectly we will be using this insertion sort technique. Okay. Then, how does this work? We take two pointers I and j and solve the problem in linear time. So 99% of the times that will be linear time. Then what is the first step? So I am taking two pointers I and j. I is set to 0 and j is set to 1. Then define four rules. This is very important. This is the core or heart of the problem. Define four rules and deal with them. So what are those four rules? Suppose if AI and AJ are both even, what is to be done? If AI is even and AJ is odd, what is to be done? If AI is odd and AJ is even, what is to be done? If both are odd, what is to be done? If we are clear with this one, we can easily write the solution. Then, so these four rules are to be implemented while j less than length of a. Okay. Then finally, just print a. So here we will not be taking the first or 0th step, I can say. I forgot to mention that. Read input. Read input, that is n and a. A is list or array. So here we are not taking any additional array or list. So we are just doing it in place, and finally if you print a, the output must be printed. So that is the concept here. Now I have already coded this one. Let me explain this. So for the sake of convenience, I am just taking one input, or else you can read from the standard input. As if they have given like to read it from the standard input, you must do that. So as you are familiar with this one, I am directly giving the input. So as it is Python code, I need not even worry about this n. Even or else you can take n equal to 10. In place of length of a, you can put that as n, no problem. Okay, so read input n and then followed by a. So these are the two pointers I, j. I is starting at 0, j is starting at 1. While j less than length of a, that is nothing but n, what is to be done? First I will be writing rule number 1. If a of I is even and a of j is even, what is to be done? If both are even, what do we expect? Even numbers are to be pushed to the beginning of the list, right? So we will just increment the pointers. Nothing need to be done. Okay, why? Because it is the desired quality. Next one, if if AI is even and AJ is odd, in that case also nothing need to be done. Just increment the pointers. Why? Because this is also desired quality. Even numbers should come first and odd numbers should come next. So here also increment. Now, if AI is odd and AJ is even, this is the core logic, or this is the rule, very important rule we need to deal with. So suppose if odd number comes first and even number comes later, then we need to shift that even number to the beginning and shift that odd number to later position. Okay, so this is an important rule. So if AI is odd and AJ is even, what is to be done? Here I am going to indirectly apply insertion sort logic. In insertion sort, what do? We will take one current element and we will try to fit that element in the array that is already sorted. Okay, we will find some proper position for the current element and we will put it there. The same logic I am going to apply here. What I am assuming current element as a of j, while I less than j, a of j equal to a of j minus 1. That means I am pushing a of j minus 1 to a of j, and this happens. And finally at a of I am putting this x. This will be the proper position for that odd integer. Okay, so this logic is indirectly based on insertion sort method. Next, if it is odd, if both are odd, then what is to be done? Keep I there itself and increment j. Why? Because until we find some even element, we cannot move this odd element towards right. Okay, so we will be looking for even number, and that's why only j is incremented and I is put at odd number only. Okay, so these are the 4 rules that one need to implement. So let us go through this again. I have taken n as 10 and a as 2, 3, 5, 4, 1, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7. Taking 2 pointers initially set to 0 and 1, while j less than n or len of a. 4 rules are defined, and this third rule is critical one or important one, where we indirectly apply this insertion sort. Remaining all are very simple, you can easily follow them. Okay, so to understand this efficiently, you can dry run this code. You can take pen and paper and you can take some examples and try to understand how these 4 rules work. Okay, so this is an efficient way to do this one, and the result is in place. I am not consuming any extra memory here. That is very important. This is the solution they expect in the exam. Most of the people, they will write a direct approach, like as I explained earlier, they will write like they will separate even numbers, they will separate odd numbers, then they will put them together. Okay, first even numbers and second odd numbers. So that will consume additional memory. So if the test cases are executed in the exam, you can try with that approach also, but the efficient approach is 2-pointer technique, using 2-pointer technique. Okay, so I hope you understood this logic, and let us run this code and see. We can even test with some other inputs. Okay, here let me run this code. The same code I have put here. So I have got a very good response for my previous Accenture questions. So if you have not seen them, you please go through them and try to understand the things. And not only for this placement drive, they are good to learn for normal for normal practice also. So kindly go through them, and if you like, share it with your friends, subscribe my channel, and importantly, you can comment whether you have understood the solution given by me or not. That is very, very important. If you find any other optimal solution, don't forget to post it in comment section. Well, if you have not understood and if you need some additional explanation, let me know in the comment section. Now let us get back to this solution. So it is printed 2, 4, 8, 10, 6, 3, 5, 1, 9, 7. You may be surprised at the output, but it is working as per the expectation. What did they ask? You have to separate even numbers and odd numbers, and the relative order of this even and odd must be maintained. Okay. So what is that we are getting? 2, 4, 8, 10, 6, 3, 5, 1, 9, 7. So this is what expected from the the exam. Print A. Here it is in place. Okay. No additional memory is consumed. So this is an efficient solution for the given problem. So thank you. I hope you understood the solution. Share it with your friends, discuss with them, and let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section. Thank you.